What's going on, gamers? Welcome to the Dojo. Brucery here, and welcome to another episode of the Madden School Super League Online Connected franchise. Today we are 4-1, coming off an awful loss to the Cincinnati Bengals, where we just came up short. Cincinnati just went over the top on us, so we're trying to rebound in a big way here against the New Orleans Saints. My opponent today is the Shadow 1687. He's been in the league for quite a while, I believe since Madden 12, so it's going to be a contest. He definitely knows how to play the game pretty well, but we'll see. Going into this game, we'll see how he puts it all together with the New Orleans Saints. He definitely has an interesting strategy when it came to offense in this game, so it's not something I was exactly expecting, and we'll see it later on in the video. But jumping right into the commentary, Brady finds Amendola on the third down conversion, getting us to just over midfield, and we're starting to do work with Stephen Ridley, who's becoming quite the decent runner for me. He's got really good elusiveness, spin move, juke move. Like, he's actually a pretty solid running back. Not the fastest in the NFL, and a lot of people in Madden specifically love runner backs with speed over anything, but I mean, he's a good complement. He's a good power complement to Vereen's speed. We miss on the fade right there to Dobbs as it sails over his head. On a 3rd and goal, though, we hand it off to Ridley, and he pounds it in the end zone for 6 points, giving us that early lead. You know what I mean? That's what you want to do when you get the ball first in the game, is get that early touchdown, to set up the rest of your offense for later on in the game. He comes out swinging, though, with a nice play action to Lance Moore. A great catch right there, and he's starting to move the ball down the field. The interesting offense I was talking about with him, he came out in a lot of like 2-1-2 sets with the 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and the tight end, which made me think he was going to run the ball quite a bit, which he ended up trying to pass out of the power sets a lot. So I mean, it was an interesting aspect, because I expected him to come out with Drew Brees, spread it out, and just like gun me down the field, and he kind of took me off guard in that, but we were able to get the stop nonetheless and get the ball back. And look at Stephen Ridley getting into the secondary right there, and defenders just draping off him as he gets a couple extra yards. Shane Vereen, the 1-2 punch, of which sets me up nicely to be able to do this wheel route. Rob Gronkowski touchdown. Let's go, up by 2 touchdowns, 14-0 right now, as we get midway through the second quarter, and he gets the ball back. On defense, we got to come out and get another stop, try to keep this going. Remember, we're trying to rebound from that loss, man. We're coming out with a chip on our shoulders, and Chandler Jones getting the sack right there. 2nd and 15, Breeze unloads, but can't find his receiver. 3rd and 15, he drops back again and dumps it to Sproles, who just gets put on his ass right there. So we get the ball back once again. Only a minute 30 left on the clock, so we got to get down the field, with a sense of urgency right here. 1st and 10, I unload, find Dobson over the middle, gets me down to about the 25-yard line. Minute 11 left on the clock. He gets a defender coming in screaming on me right there. Brady takes a seat. In the very next play, I end up throwing an interception. He gets a Mario coin right there. Curtis Lofton caught me staring down my receiver, and just a poor decision. And he gets the ball back, and now he has a chance to put some points on the board before the half ends. And right here, he unloads, and we almost pick it off. 2nd and 10, Breeze drops back again and finds Lance Moore with the out route on the left side of the field, but he's out of bounds. 3rd and 10, Aqib Talib, use a pick, got him, coach. Give me that Mario coin. Talib with the big-ass interception right before the half ends. Gives me a chance for life with 2 timeouts left and about 20 seconds on the clock. Brady's dropping back, looking downfield, finding Aaron Dobson once again over the middle. He converts, gets me to a 3rd and inches, and Brady unloads. Kenbrell Tompkins on the streak route, gets the touchdown right there, right before the half ends. That's what I'm talking about. So we go up 21-0 on him, and now it's just highlights, guys. This game kind of became a sort of a blowout, and instead of showing you guys an absolute, just a runaway game, because I don't show, blowouts usually on my channel if they happen to me or if they happen for me. So we're just going to go ahead and do the highlights for the rest of this game, and Spikes right here gets a nice pick after Ridley had pounded another touchdown and given me that 28-0 lead. And in the 3rd quarter, we get that interception. Going into the end of the 3rd quarter, right here, Stephen Ridley with the hat trick, gets his 3rd touchdown of the day. He was just doing work during this game, which was awesome, because I love to get Stephen Ridley going in my games. And for the rest of his offense possessions, he was merely just trying to run the clock out. So we get finally to a 4th down situation, and we make a final stand and hold him scoreless throughout this one. So we go on to be 5-1, guys, off a 35-0 drubbing. We bounce back from our loss, in a big way, get that win, which is important, and get back on the winning track. And no, I'm not going to leave you guys with this short-ass video. I know we're only about 5.5 minutes through it. I'm going to give you guys a double feature. So we're going on to week number 7 right here. So the 5-1 Patriots, we're getting the rematch against the Jets. We beat the Jets earlier in the season. I think it was week 2 we had the game against them. So we faced Random Wisdom once again. And we're trying to extend this winning streak, up to 2 games, get up to a 6-1 record right here. And I gotta be careful with Wisdom, man. He's a division opponent, and I always need to take division games even a little bit more serious than regular games in the season. Not that I take them lightly, but this is my division rival, man. I gotta lay the smackdown on him and show him who's boss in the division, you know what I mean? I got an undefeated streak so far in the division. I got 2-0. I beat Buffalo, beat the Jets. I haven't played the Dolphins yet, so this is my chance to go 3-0 in the division. And right there, he almost had the touchdown, but Talib bats it out of his hands. And then we get the sack on the very next play, forced into a 3rd and 17. He got a long conversion right here if he wants to make it, and he goes for the comeback. Only Aqib Talib is right in his way for the interception. When you start the game off on defense, that's exactly how you want to finish that first drive out. Get a turnover, get some kind of momentum going for your defense, and get the ball back in Tom Brady's hands, because he can make some magic happen. We find Dobson over there on the left side of the field, hand it off to Ridley, and man, would it be nice to get Ridley going like he was going against the New Orleans Saints in the first round of this double feature, but we'll see. So we're going to try to get him warmed up right here, hand the ball off to him on a couple dives up the middle. Right there, we tried to find Gronkowski up the seam, but a nice play by his cornerback. I think that was Antonio Cromartie. Very next play, we tried to find Vereen on the go route, but D. Milliner, the rookie cornerback, makes just a really nice play, catches up to the ball, gets in front of it. The ball wasn't exactly on target, and Milliner makes me pay, man. He goes ahead and gets that interception right there, gets the Mario coin. So an interception to interception back to back to start the game. 2nd and 10, we get that sack with Chandler Jones, who's just ripping off the edge like a monster right now. 3rd and 19, he throws the pump fake and goes deep, and Logan Ryan gets absolutely teabagged by Stephen Hill, and he picks up that long-ass 3rd down and gets momentum going downfield. He's got Mike Goodson, a nifty little running back, used to play with the Carolina Panthers, and 1st and 10, Geno Smith, man, he had a hell of a night last night in Monday Night Football against the Atlanta Falcons, and he's so far, having a pretty decent drive right here. Going into the 2nd quarter, he's stringing together quite a few plays, making things happen. The counter with Mike Goodson ends up landing right here, and he hurts me for the touchdown off the edge. So in the words of Rambo and Sylvester Stallone, they drew first blood. Right there, we hit a pass right off Gronkowski's dome, and then we get a 2nd and 10 conversion right here to Aaron Dobson, who ends up salvaging the possession for me, gets me out of bounds at around the 46-yard line. And right here, look at the Shane Vereen, look at the dot thrown by Tom Brady right between 2 defenders, gets a big conversion right there down to the 29. Brady unloads, and Julian Edelman, the people's champ, wide ass open for the touchdown. And they might have drew first blood, but we went ahead and retaliated, got them right back. So now we got a 7-7 ball game with about, midway through the 2nd quarter, almost to halftime, and we need to stiffen up on defense, get a stop right here. I want to try to control momentum through halftime, so a stop right here would be absolutely huge. But once again, he's driving down the field. It's not looking good, but we force some pressure on Geno, and Adrian Wilson with the interception right there gets us that turnover that we needed, to propel some momentum, hopefully. And now we have less than 1 minute left and a chance to put points on the board for ourselves. Danny Amendola is able to pick up a 1st down right here on that drag route, setting us up with a 1st and 10 from the 40. Brady dropping back, ends up taking a sack right there. I'd rather take the sack than force the interception, because on the very next play, we find Rob Gronkowski right over the midfield logo. 1st and 10, Brady eats dirt once again. 2nd and 17, we're doing a little bit of play action, and we find Aaron Dobson, who gets us over midfield down to the 37. Brady dropped back once again. We got to throw it away right there to stop the clock, and with 2 seconds left, we end up taking the 3 points to give us the 10-7 lead going into the 2nd half. We do get the ball back at the beginning of the 2nd half, which is huge in my eyes, because we scored at the end of the 1st half, which means that it's kind of like a propel, like a springboard into this next drive. Maybe we can turn what would have been just 1 scoring drive to 2 back-to-back scoring drives, which in effect is almost a turnover in itself. So 2nd and 16, we find Amendola over the middle, get the 1st down, and then we drop back, and Brady takes another sack. He's definitely getting his fair share of groundwork today by the New York Jets. The D-line for the Jets is actually pretty sweet. They hit him again as he about to throw right there, and then Ridley gets nothing on the counter right there. It's a 3rd and 12. Brady needs to convert another 3rd down conversion, and he gets it. Rob Gronkowski, Gronk smash all the way down into the red zone. So it sets us up with a 1st and 10. Danny Amendola with the quick grab. We tried the fade real quickly, but you can't get anything right there. So 3rd and 3, we hand it off to Shane Vereen, and he gets us almost to 1st down. 4th and inches, we're sneaking for it. And then 1st and goal, the full back flip fake to Shane Vereen gets us that rushing touchdown we needed so badly. So we do end up capitalizing on the opening drive, going 17-7 lead right here with a minute left in the 3rd quarter, and he gets the ball back, and we'd love to get a statement right here. We'd love to get a stop on him, but Wisdom's got other plans as Geno Smith drops back and finds Bohannon right there for the big 1st down conversion. Geno once again dropping back, finding his man Bohannon, just going on a little bit of a rampage right now. 1st and 10, Stephen Hill. I can't seem to stop this guy in first down right now. So he hands the ball off at the start of the 4th, and we end up getting a good seal on the edge right there. 2nd and goal. He hands it off once again, and Mike Goodson gets pushed forward all the way to about the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal. He tries to pound it in, but laying the wood on him is Adrian Wilson, just putting that shoulder into him. He does recover the fumble in the end zone for the touchdown, but man, we almost had him right there with that big thunderous hit. So it's time to protect this lead and try to get this ball downfield. A handoff to Stephen Ridley gets me about 5 or 6 yards right there. 2nd and 4. Brady dropping back, finding Gronkowski. Where has Rob Gronkowski been this season? He's finally starting to show up in this game against the Jets. Thankfully, I don't know why I haven't used him as much as I should be using him so far in this league, but that needs to change because he is just too much of a weapon not to use. Aaron Dobson on the goal line with a nice little spec catch right there, and then we hand it off with Ridley, and he pounds it in, finishes the drive for me, and gets us that 10-point lead, the 2-possession lead that is so important. With just about 2 minutes left in the game, this is where the defense really needs to be present and get us the stop that we're looking for. He's trying for a miraculous comeback. Right here, Geno on the play action, ends up getting a sack. Gerard Mayo laying out to the shoestring tackle. Very next play, he tries to find his man up the seam, but we're able to bat the ball out, and then he goes right back to that side of the field. Santonio Holmes with the pickup, but he comes up short. 4th down conversion, and his, 75, that looks like a lineman to me, but he drops the ball regardless, giving us the ball back, and right here, trying for a little dagger strike to Dobson, but we don't get it. So now it's time to just pound this ball out. He starts calling his timeouts, so we drop back and pass it again, and we actually connect with Aaron Dobson right there for the big pickup. We kneel it out to try to run the rest of the game out, but he calls another timeout. So I'm like, okay, you're going to call timeouts. We're going to go ahead and keep trying to score, keep trying to push the ball downfield, and that's exactly what we do right here with Danny Amendola finding the end zone on the wide receiver screen right there, giving us a little bit of insurance, a little security blanket, and there's not much he can do at this point. 12 seconds left on the clock. Geno Smith unwinds, gets the ball knocked down by Adrian Wilson. 3rd and 10, 6 seconds left. This will be the last play of the game. Geno just rolling out, ends up throwing it away. Actually, there's one more play, and Geno unloads, and Devin McCourty underneath it just knocks that ball down. It would have been nice to get the interception, but I'll take the knockdown, and we'll take the win, and we'll go up 6-1 on the season. We only had that hiccup in Cincinnati, but, we're back on track right now, back to the winning ways, back to what we need to do to be able to capture the division title, as well as hopefully get that number 1 seed or number 2 seed in the playoffs. That's what we're gunning for. That's the goal. The player of the game is Tom Brady with 330 yards and 2 touchdowns and only 1 interception, guys. I know, usually I throw about 2 a game. We limited it to only 1 in this game, so he goes up and picks up the game MVP, and now we're going on. As we take a look at the standings right here, we take a look at Buffalo's right on our heels, but we're hopefully able to hold out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop that like, and until next time, it's the Bruce Ree, and I'm out.